Turn it off now. It's a Bayern episode. Hey guys, welcome back to FBTN Football by the Numbers. My name is John. Before we get started here, please remember to like and subscribe. Go ahead and share this video too. Get us out to all of your friends. This is a very important episode. Both of my co-hosts wanted me to do a U.S. men's national team episode. I just couldn't do it. I need to address the elephant in the room, the biggest heartbreaker of mine. It is an end of an era. From all reports, it looks like Barcelona has offered Lewandowski about 330,000 euros per week, and Robert Lewandowski has officially confirmed he's not going to play for Bayern Munich anymore. He will not be renewing his contract. So it would be wise, although Bayern has said that Lewandowski will finish out his contract, even though he's 33, he's still the best striker in the world. He scored 35 goals in the league this year. It was just last season that he scored 41 goals in the league. He's tied for second with Cristiano Ronaldo for most goals in a Champions League season. But if you take that statistically over the number of games he played, he actually scored the most per game on average. That was the COVID season. Had he played a full season, he would have absolutely scored the most, and he would have beaten Cristiano Ronaldo's figure. And let's not forget, under Pep Guardiola, the substitute against Wolfsburg, the 5 goals in 9 minutes. We could reminisce all day on our favorite Robert Lewandowski moments, but let's remember him fondly. In the arms of the angel. All right, in this episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about 3 good potential replacements, or just who we've been rumored with. We were rumored with Erling Haaland, which I think is why Robert Lewandowski, part of the reason why he left. Apparently the board were very obsessed with him. It was never going to happen. The deal was never going to happen. He's too expensive with his fees to Dortmund, his desired salary, agent fees to Mino Raiola, rest in peace. And the obsession with him has now cost us the era of a sextuple, of having the best striker. Fight me on it. Suarez is not the best striker in the world. Robert Lewandowski is. For the past 2 years, he's been the best player in the world above Messi. Fight me on that too. Let's look at 3 players who have some potential, who have some talent, who I'd like to see replace Robert Lewandowski at Bayern Munich. We're not going to say Joao Felix, you won't hear that here. We're not going to say Ronaldo, you won't hear that here. Haaland obviously has signed a deal. The first one I've gone with is Sebastian Haller. Now, if you remember, Sebastian Haller played for Frankfurt in the 2018-2019 season. He won the championship with Ajax, scoring 11 goals in 19 games. And this season, he's on fire. He's got 21 goals, 7 assists, and 31 appearances, which averages to about 0.74 goals per 90 and 0.25 assists per 90, or about a goal involvement a game. If we look back too at his final season with Frankfurt, in 29 appearances for the club, he had 15 goals and 9 assists. So about the same, about 1 goal involvement per game, because he played about 24.2 90-minute matches. His XG was 13, so he outperformed that by 2. His expected assists was 5.7 in Frankfurt 3 seasons ago, and he got 9. So he overperformed that. Per 90 stats right now, non-penalty goals, you have 1.35 per 90. Non-penalty XG per 90 is 1.13. Non-penalty expected goals and assists is 1.3. Expected assists is 0.16, which is in the top 75% of all strikers. Non-penalty goals plus assists is the top 1% of all strikers in the world right now. Now, granted, you have to take that with a grain of salt because he is playing in the Eredivisie, but he does take 7 touches in the attacking penalty area. And with the structure around Bayern Munich, he could absolutely thrive in our system. Perks, he's still only 27, so he's really at the peak of his power. Cons, he's got at least 3 more years on his deal, which runs till he's 30. His transfer marked value is $33 million. Like $50 million is going to be what it takes to get him out of Ajax Amsterdam. And on top of that, there's no guarantee for results. So just because he was playing at Frankfurt, there's no guarantee for results, especially the results he's getting now. Because let's not forget, before he was at Ajax, this guy was at West Ham, and he didn't do anything. In the full season he had 25.2 90s played. He scored 7 goals and got 1 assist. His goals plus assists per 90 was 0.32. And he was expected to have 7.7 goals, so he underperformed that almost by a full goal, and he underperformed his expected assists by 1. Before his transfer to Ajax Amsterdam, he had 2.9 xG, 3 goals scored in 16 matches played, and he had 1.2 expected assists but 0 assists. So he really, really underperformed at West Ham. But let's go on to Bayern's next striker, Sasha Kalajdzic. I believe that's how you say his name. He's a basketball player. He's 6'7". The man is a giant. He plays at VfB Stuttgart. Unfortunately, before we get into pros here, we're going to get into some cons. He's injury prone. And he was pretty plagued by injury this season, which is why VfB Stuttgart kind of struggled. His performance wasn't as great as some of Haller's numbers. So we have goals 6, assists 1 in 13.6 90 minutes played. He did underperform his expected goals by 6.3, but his non-penalty expected goals was 4.8. So he did overperform that. His expected assists was 3.5, and he did get 1. That's underperforming that 2.5 assists, but that is in the top 7% of strikers. So with the attacking core that Bayern has with Thomas Muller, Kingsley Coman, Serge Gnabry, so long as he signs a new contract, and Leroy Sané, we could be in good shape. Now I wonder if Sasha Kalajdzic still comes if Robert Lewandowski decides to finish out his contract or Bayern Munich decide to hold on to Lewandowski. Choupo-Moting might leave. Then we still have a big target man there in the middle. Sasha Kalajdzic has shown a bit of promise last season, scoring 16 goals and assisting 5. That brings his goals plus assists per 90 at 0.88 or 0.9, almost 1 per season, and he outperformed those numbers by 7 goals and 1.5 assists. So he does show some promise. This season he was just injury prone, and will that continue? Who knows? The good thing about him, though, obviously he's going to win a lot of aerial duels, about 5.7 per 90. Also, his market value is about $24 million, but he's in the last year of his contract. So he could go on the cheap. He is 24, so he still has some time to grow and develop, and we could absolutely nurture that. And we are also rumored to get Nasser Mazraoui from AFC Ajax. So with him feeding crosses from one side, Leroy Sané and Alphonso Davies feeding crosses from the other, I see this man as a 20-goal striker. But can we win the league? Can we win the Champions League with a 20-goal striker? We did in 2012, 2013, but things are changing. Lewandowski was a focal point of our attack. We might need a transition period. The last player is very interesting. He was brought to my attention very recently, and his numbers quite good. His name is Martin Terrier. He plays for Rennes in the French league. This guy is insane at shooting. He is excellent long shots, can link up play, make diagonal runs, layoffs. He's a very unique player who could work anywhere in the front three. Really good because it's very flexible. And Bayern, you often saw Lewandowski in our systems running onto the wings and having like Serge Gnabry charge in and fire off a shot. He scored 21 goals in 34 appearances, which puts him in the top 97% of all strikers in the world. His expected goals was 13.5 and he scored 21. So that outperforms that number by almost 8 goals. He also had 4 expected assists and only got 3, so underperformed that by 1. His expected goals and assists absolutely is dwarfed by his goals and assists per 90 this year. He's 25, so he's still got some time to work into the prime. He fits in with the age bracket of our squad because we're really shooting between 24, 26-year-old players. We know Nagelsmann is very good with the younger players, so he can really mold them in his image, especially with the flexibility. Nagelsmann likes that. He doesn't necessarily like role players who can play one position. He likes to have the flexibility, and that really goes into Bayern's style. Bayern really like to have the floating front three so that you never really know who to mark, who to cover, and where they're going. He is around 17.6 million euros right now as his transfer market value. 20 to 25 million for a player of this caliber. We could sign him on a long deal. 5-year deal would only put him at 30, and if he really overperforms 20, 25 goal seasons, and I'm not looking for anything spectacular. Robert Lewandowski was absolutely a gem, and we were lucky to get him for what we did, which was $0 if you remember. We got him for free from Dortmund. But we don't necessarily need that. We have other scorers and other players in this team. Our numbers have been very, very good but a lot of times in the season you'd see 55% of our offense and goal production would come from Robert Lewandowski. As good as the man was, we've got to let him go sometime. I would really like to see this Martin Terrier guy come in. He's got a 51.2 shots on target percent ratio, 2.8 shots per 90, about 1.5 shots on target per 90, 3 shots per 90. He's getting up into that elite level. And with the service of Bayern, you got to compare to Rennes compared to Bayern Munich. Rennes got 4th in Ligue 1 this year. Bayern Munich has 10 years of success with the attacking lineup of Coman, Muller, Gnabry, Coman, Sané, Joshua Kimmich, Leon Goretzka, Ryan Gravenberch potentially coming in, Nasser Mousraoui, Alphonso Davies. This guy could thrive in a Bayern Munich system. But guys, that's who I think could come in and replace Robert Lewandowski. I'm wearing his third kit, the Mountain kit. This man was my favorite player for so many years. I love Thomas Muller as well. He's right up there. Love Manuel Neuer. Gotta put respect on the goalkeeper. But Robert Lewandowski really brought a championship aura to this team. I'm so glad that he finally won a Champions League. He deserved so many more. He absolutely deserved to win all those leagues, all those cups, all those rewards. We couldn't have done the sextuple without him. He is an absolutely incredible, fantastic player. I have no ill wishes for him. I wanted to see this man retire at this club. I am going to miss him, and wherever he goes, absolutely cheer on this man wherever he goes. He has been an incredible icon. Robert Lewandowski, thank you for all of your hard work and determination for this club. You will be missed, but let's bring in the next generation. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below who you think Bayern should buy for their next striker. Should it be somebody as affordable as Sasha Kalajdzic or Martin Terrier? Or should they go expensive? Should they go for the Darwin Nunez? Should they go for the Joao Felix? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.